title, Issue 2, Huckabee's Hubris, Character Makes the Difference. That's the title of an autobiography by Arkansas ex-Governor Mike Huckabee, who wants to be the Republican nominee for U.S. President and is currently leading in the race to win the Iowa caucus 3 weeks from Tuesday. So, the heat is now on Huckabee, and that means character and judgment are in the spotlight. That could spell trouble for Huckabee. In 1999, when Huckabee was governor of Arkansas, a convicted rapist named Wayne Dumond was freed from jail 25 years before his sentence was to end. At the time, Ashley Stevens, a woman Dumond had raped 15 years earlier, begged Huckabee to keep Dumond locked up. She described the rape scene.
I said, this is how close I was to Wayne Dumond. I said, I will never forget his face. And I said, and you will never forget mine.
Upon his release from jail, Dumond raped again 2 women, and he murdered both. Ashley Stevens described how these crimes made her feel at the time.
I just felt like it was my fault because I just tried to do everything I could to keep him in jail because I knew that was going to happen, and I felt so sorry for those families.
As for the 2 murdered victims, the mothers of both blame Huckabee for the rapes and killings of their daughters. They say Huckabee urged the parole board to release Dumond. The mother of one of the murdered victims, Lois Davidson, this week condemned Huckabee's judgment.
And I can't imagine anybody wanting somebody like that running our country, because he could make bigger mistakes than that.
Huckabee denies that he tried to influence the parole board.
Someone brought up his case. Frankly, it was simply a part of a broader discussion. I did not ask them to do anything.
But Charles Chastain, a parole board member who judged Dumond, says Huckabee pressured the board into releasing Dumond.
Immediately, all the other board members who voted on that case decided apparently that if the governor wants it, that he gets it.
Question: does the Dumond parole raise legitimate questions about Huckabee's judgment, Eleanor Cliff?
Well, look, now that he's moving up in the polls, he's getting lots of scrutiny, and it looks as though he's not been completely honest about his role in the commuting of this sentence. And also, it gets all involved in the feudal society of Arkansas, and who hates Bill Clinton, and the fact that this young woman was a distant cousin of Clinton, and the right wing was pressuring Huckabee to take this action. So, you know, it doesn't make me feel real good about his record of standing up to pressure. If we're talking about people not being ruled by any particular church, he's got his own sort of conservative church that he's responding to.
This report you have is exactly accurate. This is a horrendous misjudgment on the part of the governor of Arkansas, which resulted in a horrible, horrible acts. And I think he's got to stand up and explain it, and if he did it, probably apologize for it.
Well, you have other more serious complaints. Well, not more serious, but you have other complaints, and they're of an economic nature. You've got trade. What else have you got?
Well, I think he's not good on taxation, as I understand it, down in Arkansas. He's not good on this issue. I think Huckabee's got problems in the fact that he left open the idea that Mormonism was a cult. He left that open.
Yeah, I don't know where he never got that idea.
Okay, but where he's very good is he's very good on life, and he's very good on social and cultural issues, and he's got the evangelical Christians and the Christian community, now that Brownback is out, is rallying to him in Iowa.
He wants to impose mandatory restrictions because of global warming. What do you think of that?
That's great. That's great.
That does it.
Right. No,
I'm against that.
Yeah, it depends on the meaning of good. I think Mr. Huckabee is good on economic issues. He actually thinks the Republican Party has gone off the rails in terms of catering to CEOs and corporations.
You know, if we're going to examine the nature of good, a bonum, then, you know, we're into philosophy here. Right. Exit question: is Huckabee's halo losing its glow? Yes or no? Pat, quickly. One word.
He peaked early. He's got problems. Yes.
Yes, losing its glow.
Mike Huckabee is the Howard Dean of 2008, gone by mid-February. Yep.
It's a big problem, but I think he can get through it.